You guys, I have a pattern release today for my standing cow. I decided to name him Cowlvin the Cow. It's so cute, and of course I had to make another chicken to go on the shoulder. Well, hello my crafty friends, and welcome back to another Friday video. I am so glad you're here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is April, and I'm the creator and the designer behind the Cozy Buckeye. The Cozy Buckeye is a passion I have for crochet. I started doing markets 14 years ago, and I've been on Etsy now for 12 years. On this channel, I just love to share my newest designs with you. I also love to showcase other creators on this channel and support this amazing community we have here. I love to do markets in the fall, so if any of that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to this channel. I would love to have you. Okay, so what do I have for today? You guys, I have a pattern release today for my standing cow. I decided to name him Cowlvin the Cow, thanks to someone who applied to the pattern test. I usually, when I'm doing my tester calls, I always try to get some ideas for names because I love the ideas I get. And if I like a name somebody shares, I will pick them for pattern testing. So keep that in mind. I love a good pun. And this particular cow name was just, it was amazing. Cowlvin, I mean, is that not the funniest, cutest name? I mean, I just fell in love. As soon as I read it in the tester call, I just fell in love. So thank you to @Crayon Crochet Designs for that amazing name, because it's perfect. So I'll be sharing my standing cow with you. I have made a few patterns this week. I'm really excited to share what I do have. I don't really have a ton of patterns this week. I feel like I have just had a busy week. My son had his wisdom teeth surgery, and this test has been a little bit more involved than my previous test because I'm doing clothing, I'm doing a hat, I have several different cows. It's just a little more involved, so it's taken a little bit more of my time. And I'm all for that. I just don't have a lot to share with you, but I hope that I do have some good stuff. So we're going to talk about those things, but I do have a couple other things that I'll share at the end of the video that I would like for you guys to take a look at and for us to talk about. So let's get started with Cowlvin the Cow. Oh my goodness, I've shared this pattern with you guys. This is the first one I shared with you. This is Cowlvin. I love this pattern so much. I've started a standing series, and the first one I did was the elephant, and then I did the bear, and then the sloth, and now we have a cow. The cow comes in 3 options. You have a plain option, a spotted option, and a highland option. The only thing that you have to sew on any of these is the head to the body. Everything else is crocheted in and surface crocheted. So I just love this cow, and the testers are doing such an amazing job helping me. I feel like it's a little bit more challenging this time for them, and I apologize, you guys. I am just getting into the wearable designs, and it's going to take me getting my feet wet a little bit to get this right, but I know in the long run these patterns are going to be amazing. And I can't give the testers enough credit. They are so good at catching things for me and helping me. So I just want to give you guys all a big shout out and a thank you for all the work you're doing to help me. And that goes for any of my tests. I mean, it is so important to have your patterns tested and work out all those kinks so that it becomes just an amazing pattern that, I want, when people buy my patterns, I want them to trust that they can understand them and they're easy and they don't have a ton of questions. I mean, I work up some patterns, and there's times where I'm like, okay, this could use some more explanation. I don't quite understand. And then I have to like go to YouTube to look things up because I don't understand what the pattern says. I don't want people to have to go elsewhere to find out how to do stuff on my patterns. I want them to find it all right there. So that takes a lot of work from suggestions from my testers and then me fixing things. And I just really want my patterns to shine. So I hope you guys see when you do purchase my patterns the work involved, because I really do take pride in these patterns. And if ever you really are struggling with something, please let me know. I don't want you to struggle with anything that you see in my patterns. But anyway, so this pattern, you also get an amazing bucket hat, you get overalls, and you also get a shoulder chicken. I mean, who doesn't need a shoulder chicken? I just love this so much. I love the overalls. You know, you get this cute little crisscross here in the back, and you get the hole for the tail. I do have you put buttons on the overall, which do work. So you can take them on and off. I feel like this is important to be able to take them off and on because the way they're made, it just might be hard to get them off and on. But with buttons, I mean, I guess you don't need buttons. I guess you could, you know, crochet them to the actual corner, but I just think buttons add an extra cute little touch. So without the wearables, this is what this particular cow looks like. Let me take this hat off. And these hats and overalls are interchangeable with all of my standing patterns. So if you've purchased any of my other standing patterns, you can use these on them. The only one is the elephant. The hat probably might not work with, but you could modify it for sure to get the ear holes bigger for the elephant. And if that's something you guys are interested in, maybe I can create a modification for the elephant to be able to wear the hats. So this is what it looks like without the clothes on. And so this pattern, you could do a black cow, a brown cow. I'm currently working on a red baby. Hold on, let me grab it. So my mom always talked about her red baby cow when she was younger, and I decided to make, I've only got the head done because I needed to take photos for the pattern. So I got to this point and I want to finish this one because she had a red cow and I just think it's so cute. This particular yarn is the Mama Made Minis Premier Basics Chenille, which I love working with this yarn, you guys. If you haven't tried it, it is so incredibly soft and easy to work with. I will put my link in the description, so if you guys want to check out Premier Yarns, I do have an affiliate link for them. But how cute is this? So cute. These are 30mm eyes too. But so this is like the solid version. You could do any colors. Some of my testers have done a black cow. I mean, you could do speckled, you could do variegated, you could do so many different options with just this plain colored cow. And I think this one probably works up the most quick, obviously, because there's not color changes or Highland hair or horns or anything. This is the fastest one you can make. And I just love it. I love the way it looks. This one is made with Elise Voluto yarn, which you guys know is my favorite yarn. It does work up a little bit smaller, but it's so much more friendly to your hands. So I also have an affiliate link for them if you guys want to check them out. Buying yarn, you know, if you're already buying yarn and you just use my link, it costs nothing to you, but it does give me a kickback, which does help support my channel and allows me to continue to put out the content for you guys. So, but this is the plain version, which this was the first one I made and I just love it so much. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one I'm going to share with you is the spotted version. And yesterday we were working through some kinks on the hat and the overalls, so I made another set of the clothing, and I just love how it turned out. It's so cute. And of course I had to make another chicken to go on the shoulder, but this is the spotted version, and don't you just love these overalls? I will say, I think this is some yarn that I got from my cousin, and it is the Karen Big Cakes. The color is Cranberry Crisp, and this is the rest of what I have, but there was so many colors in it, and I was able to make the brown hat with the brown. They're such big amounts of yarn for each color, and then I was able to use the orange for the overalls, and I just love it with the color of these eyes. It's so cute. But let me take this off so you guys can see the actual cow. And this I made with the speckled Burnett yarn and the black Burnett. I think it's the baby blanket that I had. And then I think this pink part is probably the Premier Basics Mama Made Minis yarn. But I just love this cow. I love how much bigger it is. I love the speckled yarn. And this is the comparison. So it is a little bit bigger. This is Elise Voluto, and this is Burnett. And on this particular cow, you have the eye spot, and then there's 2 chest spots, and then I have a little tiny spot back here. So this pattern, you end up making the arms ahead of time, and then you make the legs, and then you start the body, and then you set it aside, and then you make the head. The head is all no sew. The only thing you sew is the head to the body. You crochet the arms in as you're making the body. So I prefer as little sewing as possible, and so I try to make my patterns that way. And the ears you crochet as you go, so there's no making the ears ahead of time. It's done in the round, so it just works up quicker, and I think it's really cute. So let me know what you guys think of this cutie. And then I have one more, the Highland version, which I just wanted to share with you guys. You can even put the hat on the Highland version. You can pull the loops of the yarn through, you can pull the horns through, the ears go through as well. And in the pattern there is a tutorial for the loop stitch, the horns, and I think I might film the ear tutorial today. Today's Wednesday, the pattern comes out Friday, and this video comes out Friday, and I think I'm going to go ahead and film a tutorial for the ears. So I'm going to make another cow so that you guys have that in the pattern too, because I don't want anybody struggling with this pattern at all. So we're going to go ahead and make an ear tutorial. So what do you guys think? This pattern, I use the Mama Made Minis yarn, and compared to the Burnett, it's pretty comparable, almost the same size. I would say the Burnett might be just a hair bigger, but it's almost the same size. I do need to make a chicken for this Highland. I want to add the chicken on all the projects. I did also make the Highland and the Premier Parfait Chunky, so it just gives you an idea of like how much smaller it is, but you can definitely make this pattern, any of my patterns you can make in Premier Parfait Chunky as well. I just think it's adorable. I think if you're going to make the overalls for this cow, you certainly could. You are just going to need to use a skinnier acrylic with a much smaller hook, and it would work. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I will, just so I can make sure it fits. So I might make another set of overalls and a hat. But I just love this one. This one has 20mm eyes, and it is just adorable. So cute. This one I ended up putting 25mm eyes. I kept going back and forth with the 30s and 25s, and I ended up going with the 25s, but I think I should have gone with the 30s. I just like how these big eyes look. I ended up going with a 30 on this red cow. So I'm gonna work on this one some more too. It's just so fun. These cows are just so fun, and I hope to have a bunch made for my markets because cows really do sell. And I may in the future do another pattern with just a modification, because I would like to do like a strawberry cow, a blueberry cow, so maybe some fruit cows, and then make some modifications so that you guys can make this cow that way too. So let me know what you guys think about that. But this pattern is officially available, and it will be $7, and you will be able to get it 25% off for this weekend. I might even keep the sale running until Monday, so you'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to get your hands on it 25% off. So I'm excited. I hope you guys love it as much as I enjoyed designing it, and I can't wait to get started on some new patterns. I have a bunch up my sleeve. I am going to have some tester calls going out. I don't know that I'll have one this weekend. I think I might take this weekend off and maybe have something, maybe a tester call next week. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I need some more time to just focus on designing and maybe crocheting some stuff for some videos, and we'll see. I would like to work on the standing red panda next, or the, so maybe some more swings. I've had a lot of requests for dog swings. I don't know, maybe. I do also have a few that I'm working on, so we'll go over that towards the end of the video. All right, so that was Cowlvin the Cow. The next pattern I'm going to talk about is, you guys know how I feel about these, okay? I said last week I was going to make it, and here it is. This is Mini Dory the Deer by Snugglebeans Crochet. I love her little sploots. Shannon does such a good job designing, and they just turn out so stinking cute. I mean, look at that. It can sit up, it can sploot out. It's like the perfect little huggable plush, and it's just adorable. This one I made in Elise Voluto, of course, with 25mm eyes. And this pattern, you crochet the head, and then you crochet the ears. You do sew the ears to the head. You crochet the legs and the arms and the tail, and then you make the body and you crochet them into the body. This particular pattern, let me see here, is $4.36. She does offer a bundle with the bunny, the deer, the fox, and the wolf, so you get 4, and she offers that for $11.63. I will say next week I will probably make another one, either the fox or the wolf. I don't know which one yet, but I have made the bunny, and it was so cute last week, so if you want to check that out, it's in last week's video. I love these, Shannon, and I can't wait to see what else you come up with, because they are just incredibly cute. And these are eyes that I hand painted. I embroidered the nose. I think on her patterns she puts noses on them, but I do not have noses, you guys. I just embroider them. I love it. Look at the cute little tail. This pattern I think I would probably sell for $28. It is just so cute. So that is Dory the deer. All right, so the next pattern I am going to share with you. I've had this pattern in my stash for a little while. I bought it as soon as I saw it and I just fell in love with it. I'd pick it up and then I'd change my mind about making it, but this time I decided to go through with it, and I'm glad I did because it is so cute. We'll start with this one first. This is a pack you can buy from Mrs. Crowlett. This is the Enchanted Froggies pattern. You get a mushroom cap, a butterfly wings, and a bee wings frog pattern. This frog is also made with Elise Voluto. You start here at the top with the red cap, mushroom. You color change to the white, you embroider the white up here, and then you color change to the frog color and you begin your frog. I love it. I think I used 14mm black safety eyes. This is a good one to use those black eyes on. It just looks so cute. I think in the pattern she made some blush, which also is a cute idea. I did not do that. You have a very interesting way, very cute way of making these frog legs. I think they're really cute the way she did it. It works up so fast. This frog works up so fast. So like if you didn't want to make the cap, even though the cap's super cute, like this is a quick frog to make. And I just love it. I think it looks so cute. I added a little smirk and some detail to the eyes. You add a little strand of green and a little bit of white to give it some detail. I think it would look cute with some blush too. Could add some blush with your blush. I don't know, let's see, let's try it. Use some of my blush and see how it goes. Oh yeah, so see, I keep my makeup in here, you guys, because this lighting has the best in the house. All right, yes, you definitely need to add the blush. Look how cute. I just took my finger and put it on there. Very cute. So this is the mushroom cap frog. This pattern, you get all three. It's normally $7.56. At the time of filming this, it's $3.75. I think I also paid 50% off on this pattern, so maybe she runs pattern sales on occasion. I think this sale ends in just a couple hours, so I don't know that it'll be on sale Friday, but I will link it in the description. All of the patterns I mentioned are always linked in the description under my Etsy storefront. You can find it in one link, and you can just click on that link and it'll take you right to all the patterns for that week. So, but this looks so cute, you guys. Add the blush. What do you think of the blush? So cute. All right, so that's the mushroom cap. Now, the next one is way cuter. Okay, but let me show you first without the blush. How cute. The monarch butterfly. So here's how I did the blush. I just take my finger on my blush and just rub it in. How cute. Very easy to do. All right, so let's talk about this pattern. This one, I'm not gonna lie, like I knew there's definitely sewing, so it kind of, and obviously like detailed embroidery. So I was like, I had to be in the mood, okay? So I decided to make this one, and it is just so cute. But I will say, there's some French knots involved here, you guys, so, you know, just prepare yourself for that. I will say I had to look on YouTube. So I had to see it visually for it to click. And once I did, I was like, okay, this is easy. But I think you need to take your yarn and kind of zigzag to each spot where you want to put your French knot. It was a little bit difficult. It did take me a couple tries. I will say I'm not an expert at it. Maybe they could be a little bit tighter, a little bit cuter, but I think it looks good the way it is. And as far as the wings go, I feel like how you place them in the back and how they look, I mean, that's very important. And I wanted to get them perfectly straight because I just think this section here, the way they're put on, looks so cute. This part here was a little bit challenging. I ended up sticking a sewing needle here to wrap the yarn around to get it even, and then I went back through and kind of wrapped this part around, but putting that sewing stick in there to hold that loop really did help. And then you have to do it on both sides. So, you know, you wrap it around both sides, and then you wrap this around both sides, this around both sides, this around both sides. Same thing here. You're going to do both sides, this side and this side, and then you go back and you go around each area to pull it. It takes a little bit of practice, but the end result I think is so good. I think it's so cute. There is one more pattern you can make, and that is I think it's a bee. Hold on, let me see. What did I say? Bee wings. I would like to make that one too. It is very cute. I just love the way these look. They're so cute. So let me know if you've made these or if you think you might make these. I will link this pattern in the description. Again, like I said, this frog is so quick. This part, just the frog itself, is such a good frog pattern. And then how creative to add wings. And the wings are so cute. I guess you could make all different colored wings, right? You could add purple and pink, and I mean, the options are just limitless with the wings, and they're just so cute. And the same with the mushroom cap. Like, you could do so many different colors with the mushroom cap. Of course, I had to do the, you know, the OG. I don't know why I feel like all of the mushrooms need to be in red, but I just think it's adorable. So I would definitely recommend this pattern. Just know that the wings and the detail is a little bit more challenging. But you know what? I learned something. I love it when I'm able to learn something. I learned how to do a French knot, you guys. So yay. I wouldn't expect to do something like that with crochet. So that was fun. And trust me, I tried any way else to get around doing the French knot because I did not want to have to do it, but it just, in the end, it needed to be done. So let me know what you think about this one. But this is the Crochet Frog, the Enchanted Froggies by Mrs. Crowlett. Very cute. All right. So did I mention I had to go, my son had his wisdom teeth taken out, and while he was doing that, you guys, I did a little bit more market prepping on these turtles that I have been sharing, like the last, I think this is the third video in a row where I have made these. So I made some more, and I sat waiting on my son. I'm not allowed to show you guys any footage of him when he was coming off the meds, but when he woke up from his surgery. But let me just tell you, he was funny. He was so funny. There was one point where we had to come, like he couldn't take the gauze out of his mouth until we got home. And he took it out of his mouth. And you could tell he was so doped up. It was kind of funny. I kept laughing at him, but like, he kept asking if he could take it out, if he could take it out. I was like, no, you gotta wait till we get home. Cause I mean, it was bloody. So we get home and I'm like, okay, you can take it out now. And I had like a paper towel to like grab it. Cause it was like, I don't like blood, you guys. I'm kind of grossed out by it. So he pulls it out, and then he pulls on his tongue. He's like, is this one? He was pulling on his tongue, asking me if it was the gauze, and I couldn't help but just chuckle at him, and I was like, that's your tongue? And he's like, that's my tongue? That was one of the things. And then once he started talking, he's like, I sound like Mike Tyson, because he couldn't, like, he just, oh my gosh. So then I was like, let me see your best, you know, impression. So then he did an impression, and Jaden likes to make people laugh. And he just kept saying, I am so messed up. I am so messed up, because he was just so goofy on these, you know, drugs they give him to sleep. And apparently redheads need a whole lot more to fall asleep and to stay asleep. He woke up very high, and it was just funny. I do have videos, but I'm not allowed to share them. He won't let me. He told me he'd be mad if I shared them, so dang it. Anyway, I sat and made turtles, okay? And I am really digging this whole, like, eyebrow thing with these turtles. I think it makes them look droopy, and I have been just going through my tie-dye yarn, trying to use it up. And these are 20mm eyes, the Premier Basic Chenille Brights with the tie-dye, and I'm just having a blast, you guys. I have a whole tote upstairs full of turtles, and I'm hoping soon I'm going to start pricing. I think I'm going to print the stuff off, the tags off to my mom, and take them to her to get them ready for me. And then in the next like few weeks, I'm going to try to start pricing things, because I am slacking. I don't want to do what I did last year and wait till the week before and have to price like every single thing, because you guys, I have a lot. And I just think, I love this turtle. This is, I guess I should say that, but this is the Tice the Turtle pattern from Old Soul Factory. Tara, hey Tara, she, this I think might have been her OG. This is the original turtle pattern that she started with. This one I think is $3.99. And this is my all-time favorite turtle pattern, because you make the fins in the round, you make the head ahead of time, and then you crochet it in. So it's no sew. You know how I feel about no sew, and I just love it. I really do love it. I like to make this one with Big Twist Plush, and also, is it Dreamland by Lion Brand? I think it's Dreamland, I think. I don't know, I don't have it in front of me, but they're really big, bulky yarn, and they come out like a $20 size. This one is a $15 size, but the bigger yarn, I would sell them at $20, and they flew the last year when I sold these. So I want to have a ton of turtles, because it is one thing that always sells for me. So this year I have been, when I can, prepping turtles. So I made 5 the day that my son had his wisdom teeth out, between sitting there at the doctor's office, and I came home, and I worked on him a little bit later that day too. So I made 5 that day. And if you guys haven't tried this pattern, you gotta. She's also got, I believe, a hibiscus turtle, and she's got some ice cream turtles. They're all so cute. I think she also has some mods on her Instagram. So like if you want to do a strawberry turtle and some other fruits, you could do that too. But anyway, this is Tice the Turtle by Tara at Old Soul Factory. All right, you guys, let's see. What else have I made? Well, I made a moth. Let me see here. Let me pull it up. I made Molly the Moth by Fox and Faye Crochet. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Let me just tell you a little funny story about these eyes. These eyes I bought from Stacy on her Whatnot. And I mean, I was more than happy to support her, but I was sitting there crocheting while I was trying to just watch her whatnot and support her. It was her first one. And somehow it's like, oh, April bought some safety eyes. And I was like, what? I did? I had no idea. I don't know if I like sat something down and brushed across my iPad because I was watching it on my iPad. That's my only thing I must have, because obviously you can't buy something unless you push a button. But I bought some eyes, which is fine. But I was like, how am I going to use these eyes? So anyway, I think I did a pretty good job with these eyes. Look how cute they are with this moth. I mean, using white eyes is not an easy task, you guys. Not everybody loves these. They think they're spooky. I just showed it to my daughter Becca and she was like, oh, they're spooky. So not everybody likes to buy spooky, but I know there's people out there. But I think it turned out cute. This pattern is Molly the Moth, and you have to sew the head to the body. You have to sew the ears to the head. You have to sew the wings to the body. You do make the legs and arms ahead of time and crochet them in. And then you surface crochet this fuzzy thing around the neck. I will say getting the wings straight is super important. Like, you want to make sure they look cute, right? And I think I was able to do a pretty good job getting them straight. I used my sewing sticks to get them on there, and I mean, it took me trying to get them on straight for several minutes, but I really do like their placement. I think they look really cute. I mean, it's those little details that really make your plushie. Making sure things are straight, making sure they're, you know, even and in the right spot is so important when, you know, creating your designs. So I think this one turned out really cute. And this is Elise Voluto. I made this in mint, and this is like a turquoise color. This is a worsted weight yarn that I have. I wanted to use that color up there. And that's just a little bit of embroidery. You don't stuff the ears, but I think it turned out really cute. What do you guys think? And this is the first time I've made anything from Fox and Faye. I've never ever made anything, and I guess she has a lot of spooky stuff. So many cute things. Oh my goodness, I love that one. I see a, what is that from Star Wars? Chewbacca. So many cute little designs on here. She has the Pop Hunters dolls, which are really cute. There is a Burger Man. She has some Pokemon patterns, Burger Parents. I mean, there's some cute stuff on here. Should go check out this designer. Very cute. Might have to try making something else. There's a couple moth patterns, a forest spirit. There is a really cute garden goblin on here too. So anyway, oh, there's a witch too. These are great for Halloween. There's also a, what is that called? Another Star Wars character that I really like. Looks like she has some like character themed items on here. So if you guys want to go check her out, I think she's got a lot of cute stuff on here. But this was my first pattern. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you've made anything from this designer. I will link her in the description. This I would probably sell. Wait, let me tell you how much this pattern is. I almost forgot. This, did I tell you? This pattern is $4.76. And until August 14th, it's on sale for $2.76. So you can get it on sale right now if you guys want to try this pattern. And I would probably sell this one for $32. Maybe even $36. I mean, it's pretty detailed with the sewing and embroidery. It's so cute. Okay, so what else did I make, you say? All right, I made a mini toothless. Do you guys remember this pattern? This is by Green Frog Crochet. You guys, I talked a lot about this designer and these patterns last year. I think I even have a video where I will share in the description for Green Frog's hatching animals. This is the hatching dragon. I have not made this shell yet. You can get the dragon, a dino, an axolotl. Is that it? Unicorn. Yep, they all have eggs. Last year I made a bunch of these and they sold like hotcakes. So I did also make the eggs. Kids love stuff in eggs. They absolutely love that. So I definitely need to make some more of these with eggs before the shows start this year. But I wanted to make one, and you guys know how I feel about Green Frog Crochet. She has some amazing patterns. So many different hatching patterns. She actually, I saw on Instagram just a little bit ago, she had a dumpling pattern. I don't know if it's out or if it's coming out. Let's see if it's on her Etsy. Because, oh, it is. A Dumpling Farm Animals just came out, maybe even today. I need this pattern because I want to make all of them. So that might be something I make soon, but she just loves, I just love these little designs she has. They're so much fun to make. This one, you start at the head and you work your way down. These are surface crocheted, the wings are surface crocheted, and the tail is surface crocheted, so they're all no-sew. If you use a jumbo yarn, you can put in safety eyes, the sinker eyes, and they look really cute. I had fun doing that last year. I used Big Twist Plush, which I'm almost out of, which is so sad. And then I also used the, I think it was the Dreamland yarn by Lion Brand to make the eggs, and it was so cute. So I think I might have a little bit of black left. I might be able to make like one or two more, and I do have some of the green left from Dreamland, so I want to make a few more of these. But this is something I made this week. So this pattern, you get all of the dragon, dino, unicorn, axolotl, and it is $6.99. And like I said, there are other hatching patterns she has. I will link the video in the description. I do sell the dragon eggs for $15, this size, and they fly. Everybody loved this. I even have a tag in my Etsy, that promotes the Adopt a Dragon, Adopt a Dino. So check that out. I can link that too. All right, so this is the Toothless Dragon option. And then I decided to make another one of my mini cows. I wanted to do it in Elise Voluto with a 5mm hook, and it did come out a little bit smaller than previous. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support for this one. This one released last weekend, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who purchased it, and if you would go on and leave some feedback. And since I made it again this week, I'll put it on sale again, so you can find this pattern 25% off. This is a no-sew cow that it has 3 options: the Highland, the spotted, and the plain. And this is going to be great for market prepping. It's so quick. Everything's done. The ears are done in the round, so there's no like prepping ears or anything. You have some simple color changes. You could do different colors. You could do pinks, blues, browns, blacks, so many options with cows. And I think this is going to be a great seller at markets. I will sell this one for probably, this one's really tiny. I just wanted to make it tiny, but this size I would probably sell for 14, and I'd probably try to sell this one for 14 as well, just because It's not much different. My Cash the Market Cow, I sell, the bigger option I sell for 20, and so these at 15 I think would be good. But go check this out if you haven't had a chance to grab it yet. It'll be 25% off this weekend. Okay, so the other thing I made was this one is not available yet, but it's one that I've been designing. I decided to make another one of my mini cats. So here's my mini cat that I've been working on, and with this pattern I have multiple options. So far I have the calico, the tabby, the solid. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, and the patchy. And I think I want to make, well, there was one more. I want to make the tuxedo, and then this pattern should be ready. So this one will be one that you will see a tester call in the next couple of weeks, but it's still not quite ready, so I'm going to need a little bit more time. But I made this one with Burnett, and I think these are 18mm eyes. I just love it. So cute. So just be on the lookout for a tester call if you're interested. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that is where I put out all my tester calls. All right, so there's the cat that I made this week. And then as far as my designs I'm working on that you guys might see a tester call coming soon. It's been a few weeks since I mentioned this. It's just been kind of sitting here. I made a bear swing. I really like the polar bear. Like, I think it's perfect the way it is. And then I made a brown bear, which again, perfect. I love this bear so much. And then I was working on a Pooh Bear, or what I like to call Honey Bear. I had to modify this a little bit from that pattern just because of the shirt. And I kept going back and forth with it. So I think we finally come to where it needs to be right here. And I did have a panda, but you guys, I just can't. I'm not loving the way the eyes look. I don't know, I might just not add that one to the pattern. So you might just get the three, the panda, not the panda, the polar bear, the brown bear, and the Pooh Bear in this pattern pack, unless we can figure out another bear, but I think that's it. I think that's where we're going with this one. So that one you will probably see also in a tester call soon. And then you guys, I'm still working on the cow. How did we end up with the nose? Do we like the nose? Is it still too big? I do like the cow. That is one that I would like to get out soon. It's like we've been on a cow theme here the last few weeks, so I don't know. I think I'm going to take some more time on this pattern though, but these are the ones I'm working on currently. So I guess stay tuned for those. And as far as what I want to talk about, you guys, I put out a post on Instagram this week with collaborating with Fairfield Polyfill. So if you guys could go check that out and maybe like it or comment on it, let me know what you guys think about that post. And then I did also just want to say thank you again to Crayon Crochet Designs on Instagram for naming Cowlvin for me. And another thing I've been thinking about is starting a Patreon. I've been writing so many patterns that I would like to offer patterns testing, you know, if people join a Patreon for me. I like the idea of being able to communicate through Patreon with my viewers, my members. It's kind of hard to do that with the YouTube memberships. I can't really communicate that well, I don't think, with them through YouTube, and I've heard a lot more positive things about Patreon, so I might be making a change for memberships through Patreon. I think it would just be better, easier, I don't know. So I'm thinking about that. Let me know what you think about the idea of me starting a Patreon. Okay, what was there anything else? I feel like, oh, I gotta pick a winner. You guys, let me pick a winner. I'll be right back. Well, I just read through the comments again. I do read them as they come in, but I don't really respond to them until Friday mornings. I try to get on there and just respond to everybody at once, but I wanted to read through them again, and I am just always overwhelmed with the love and support you guys give me, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who commented and liked my video last week. But this week's giveaway winner is Simmer Shauna. I hope I pronounced that right. I'll put it up on the screen. Congratulations, you're this week's winner. She writes, a good place I have found to donate yarn to are nursing homes or senior living places. Anytime I do a clean out, that's where my yarn goes, and they are so appreciative of it since many of them don't even get visitors. I appreciate that comment. I believe last week I asked where to get rid of yarn. I have so much yarn upstairs, you guys, which I still would love your suggestions for where to get rid of yarn. I like this idea. I love the idea of giving yarn to senior centers. I know in like being around my stepdad, and he's been in and out of a lot of rehabs. I've been in a lot of nursing homes lately, and it is such a sad place. And so I think this is such a great idea because bringing joy to somebody would make me happy. And I know this yarn came from my aunt and my cousin who are no longer with me, and I know they would probably really love to see it go to a good home as well, somewhere that would make somebody smile and be happy. And Crochet does a lot for our mental health, and I think that that would be a good place to send it. I mean, I thought about selling it. I just don't want to take the time to have to list it and sell it and package it and all of that. Like, I just don't have time. I want to focus my time on writing and, you know, doing the things that I need to do for my life. So I think just giving it away would be a good option. And I really like I said, your idea. So, but if you guys have any other ideas, please leave it in the comment where you think I should leave, you know, donate the yarn. I thought about giving it to a few different places. I mean, I went through it over the weekend, and there's like 8 bags of yarn that I'm getting rid of, 8 garbage bags. So there's a lot to get rid of, and I could definitely spread it out through several places. I also have fabric that I want to go through and get rid of, and other crafting supplies. So I know there's some secondhand art stores in Cincinnati that sell to teachers and students for a discounted price, so that's an option as well. But anyway, there's just so much that I don't use anymore, and I need to like get rid of stuff to just feel better, because there's so much going on. I've been a crafter for a long time, so we got to clean stuff out. I'm definitely enjoying getting my house cleaned up, you guys. It's been a lot. I mean, we've had to rearrange our basement to do construction for our daughter who's now down there, and we're still cleaning things out as she's moving in. I mean, there's just a lot. We've lived here for almost 10 years now. So anyway, that was a tangent. I just want to say thank you to Simmer Shauna for commenting, and you are this week's giveaway winner. I will respond to your comment and let you know that you're this week's giveaway winner, and I will need you to send me an email with your choice of pattern. So, but if you would like to win next week's giveaway, I just need you to leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about this week's video. Let me know if you have any pattern suggestions, design suggestions, video suggestions. You guys help me out so much with ideas, and I can't thank you enough for that. Not to mention when you guys comment, like, all of that, it does help promote my video, which really does mean a lot to me, to get other people who maybe have never found me to watch my videos. So thank you for all the support. So I guess that's it. I was trying to think if there's anything else I needed to talk about. I know I am still working on my room upstairs, my second studio space. It's definitely a work in progress. I'm really excited to share it with you, but it's gonna be another week or two before I can get that done for sure. So stick with me for that. And then, you know, I did want to just re-mention my pattern release today. Go check that out to get it on sale this weekend. So, and I think that's it for this week's video. If you guys could give this video a like to help show its support, I would appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Let me know what you guys are working on this week, what crochet projects you have going on. You have a market coming up. I would love to hear from you in the comments. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! What's the matter? Is Abby going bye-bye? Is Abby going bye-bye? Hi! Selling my finished crochet project, selling my finished crochet, what? And I love to share you, and hopefully, and on this channel, I just love to share all of my inspiration with you. So on this channel, what you'll find is a lot of inspiration, hopefully. I love to share other makers' designs and give you that inspiration. How many times can I say inspiration? I hope that it allows you I'm gonna be chewing gum while I'm trying to talk.
Mom, Martha, Schuster, FaceTime video.
Are you calling me? I have so much yarn upstairs, you guys would... One more time, okay.